Tash. I am one of the founders and the managing director of Edinburgh Open Workshop. I come from a theatre background. In fact, we all do. And the reason this exists is because we struggled to find space at a certain point when we were having to move from where we were. And we, to cut a long story short, moved 6 times in 2 years. And at the very worst, I was working from the front of the van with the office in a cardboard box on my lap, while the team were building sets in the back. And we thought, wow, we need to do something about this. So when we got the opportunity to take this building, it was too big for what we needed. So then we started to open the floor out to other freelancers. Edinburgh Open Workshop is a makerspace. So we find that a lot of creative spaces cater for you if you want a studio space, but we cater for you if you make a noise or a mess. So if you work with wood or metal or paint or textiles, or you want to carve a massive polystyrene shoe, then we can do that for you. And we've got a fully kitted out wood workshop, fully kitted out metal workshop, a textiles room with industrial and domestic machines, and a paint floor and a spray booth. So we're pretty well set up to help you out if you need that kind of space. And if you just want to get making and you have no idea how to start, then we offer classes and courses to help. To come at it from the very beginning, we think making is for everyone. We think that everybody should be able to be creative, and we've all seen, as people that work in the arts, and alongside it, we've all seen the benefit that arts and creativity can have on a community. So when we set this up, we wanted to do it in a way that meant it was as accessible as possible for everybody. And because of the theatre background, we're already linked into sort of funding and understanding how that all works and what's possible and what's more achievable. We also knew we didn't want to reinvent the wheel, and we wanted to work with companies who were already doing stuff that lined up with the values that we have. And setting up, we first looked at a charity, but the thing that stopped us with that is that we didn't really know what it was going to be yet. And when you set up as a charity, you have to sort of give up that control to a board, and we thought that that was probably not correct because we didn't understand how it was going to run, and we wanted to be able to pivot and realize, allow room to fail, make sure that we knew what we were doing. So we went for social enterprise because we also believe that art is viable. And in pooling our resources, we think that it gives everybody who works out of here the best chance possible of making their creative business work and also sharing their creative expertise with the community and community groups. Yeah, the aim is to make art viable, creative business viable, and then to allow the communities that they're based in, these businesses are based in, to get as much from them as possible and to thrive. Because we know the data shows that if you have successful creativity in a community, that community benefits. So there's 2 sides, isn't there? There's the creative business side, and we're helping small creative businesses to flourish, set up and to grow and flourish. And we've had people move through, so start from a 1-person band and then get bigger and bring on staff of their own, and then move through and move on and free up space. And on the other hand, we are working with community groups to bring people who otherwise wouldn't be able to make into a position where they can. We either do that by creating something bespoke to suit the community group, or by inviting them along to an existing part of our learning strand, which is also open to the public. Well, so as the MD, I do operations and stuff and manage all of that. And my background from theatre started in lighting and sound, and then went through to stage management, and then production management, and then producing. So all of those things are really useful when it comes to running a company and also speaking about it. so we're in it. It has this lovely mural, which I love. It was done by one of our, she used to be a resident here and now teaches here, so you can learn to paint like this yourself, which is excellent. And her name is Jen, if I can say, from Happy Retro. Thanks, Jen. And so we're sitting in, it's a 9 metre by 18 metre space, and it has a meeting room in it. So if you hire the whole event space, you also get the bonus of the meeting room. Or you can just hire the meeting room if your event is actually a lot smaller. So there is those options. And we've tiered it so that there are rates for charities, and community groups, and then there's rates for standard businesses. So if you are a social enterprise or a charity, then you get the preferable rate. And we've had all sorts. So we've had, on the sort of private side, we've had product launches and exhibitions, and we've had, on the charity side, we've had away days and Christmas events, and then we've brought up our own market, like extended our own market up here to showcase our residents. We've had theatre shows in, rehearsing quite a bit. We did have a boiler breakdown on the first time we did that, and that was a little embarrassing, but we're over that now. And it's got a brand new boiler, so come in, it's nice and toasty. What I loved is that when we first started, it must have been the new CEO probably came out to see us and to get a flavour of what we were about and tell us what the network was about. I liked that a lot, and basically tell us we weren't mad. And there were a lot of people doing very similar things, and mentioned a few of the companies that we might want to get in touch with and tell them about what we were doing. That felt good. And it fits in with our whole ethos of like, the whole thing is resource sharing. It's what makes business possible. It's what makes business flourish, because we're all looking for those connections and making those networks, right? And what we don't need is people coming into the sphere who want to sort of just repeat what everyone else is doing. So it's good to be connected in that way and to know that there is a place you can go to and say, we're looking for somebody who might benefit from this. So yeah, in that way, it's been a great resource and will continue to be, no doubt. There's always the thing of funding, that I think everybody would say that, and being able to access it. But it's been quite a journey, but we're sort of, so like the pit, we had our own crisis-unity, and we had to move fast and pivot quite hard. And I suppose it's being given that space that, I went to the gathering last week, and we were talking about room to fail. So important to have that breathing space. And I've learned a thing about the funding as well, which is you should also include some working capital, which is a different thing from theatre funding. So, because it's very tight in the theatre world, and it's very much for specific things. And then with social enterprise, there's a bit more breathing space. So that's a thing I've learned now, and I would always put that in next any future application. Well, now we've made all this investment, and we've got the space. I'm really excited to make that work now, and to build on our learning offering, because having this space and the meeting room and the metalwork downstairs means there's more capacity for classes. It means more one-on-one training can happen. So I'm quite excited to bring all of that into fruition and let this place run and fill itself, and just start to do what it's going to do. And then that means once we know this bit all works, then we can start to be like, right, who's around and what's next, which is exciting. So obviously I'm from down south. I've now lived here longer than I lived there by quite some way. And it just grabs hold of you. When I stepped off the train, in fact, I saw the landscape outside the train change, and I just started to feel better. And then pulled into Waverley and got off and said to my mum, like, it has to be here. Just a feeling. It's an open access, pay-as-you-go makerspace offering access to workspace machinery and tools for whatever you want to make, whenever you want to make it.